As you all know, Breeze recently came out and it's not a great map for Killjoy. As such, to get value out of her on this map, you will need to play in a way completely different than how you would normally play Killjoy. Because of this, I've created a list of extremely diverse, but also extremely situational lineups. This means that you'll have an extraordinary amount of freedom in how you position and play. This primarily applies to A site, since B site is a bit more limited in terms of lineups. So as you go through this video, keep in mind that the philosophy is I would rather have it and not need it, than need it and not have it. That said, let's get into the video. So to start off for A site, I do want to make sure that you know the language that I'm speaking. This pyramid right here, this is left pyramid. This is right pyramid. This is the right of right pyramid, and this is between the pyramids. Okay. With that out of the way, we're gonna get into the first lineups. So the first lineups are going to be from this spot right here between the box and rock in A lobby. They are going to be left pyramid, in between the pyramids, in front of right pyramid, to the right of right pyramid. The first one, in front of left pyramid, what you're going to do is you're going to line up your right diamond right here in the corner where this wooden support meets the wall. You put your right diamond there and jump throw. That will land right in front of left pyramid. Perfect for post plant. If you want to land in between the pyramids, what you want to do is you want to stand at the same exact spot. Look at this leaf right here. Go to the tip of it and go up just a little bit. And then same thing, jump throw, and that will land in between the pyramids. Perfect for post plant as well. If you want to do the front of right pyramid, you just want to right almost next to this leaf. There's a piece of sheet metal right in the top left corner. Aim there, do the same jump throw. It's really simple. And then for the last one, for the right of pyramid, the right of the right pyramid, what you're going to do is you're going to aim the bottom arrow of your left and right click indicators right above this circle here. Right, you just want to aim that and jump throw as well, and that will land on the right of the right pyramid. Since all these are all thrown from the same spot, you pretty much have a lineup for any sort of plan that your teammates do. The next lineup here is only specifically for in front of right pyramid, but it's a much closer, so it's easier to play off. What we're going to do is you're going to be in the shop, right? Call it shop, chop shop. It's called shop on the map. You want to look at this grate right here, this window, and go to this spot right here, line up here. If you want it to land on the right side of in front of the right pyramid, aim at the tip of this leaf right here, and just do a quick run throw. So bounce off the wall, and it will land in front of the right pyramid. Now from the same spot, if you want it to land a little bit to the left, you want to aim your crosshair at the tip of this leaf and do the same run throw. That will also bounce off the wall, and they will both land together on the right and left sides in front of the right pyramid. So for this next spot, there is going to be 6 lineups. So I'm going to go through them really quickly. In front of left pyramid, behind left pyramid, in between the pyramids in the front and the back, and in the front of right pyramid and the back of right pyramid. What you're going to do is you're going to be out in mid. See this little building? You're going to line up the right side of the door frame. Okay. So if you want to throw it in front of right pyramid, what we're going to do is you just want to aim your crosshair at the top left corner of this piece of sheet metal right here, and just do a jump throw. If you want it to land in between the pyramids in front, you just want to put your right diamond on the middle of this right fan and do the same jump throw. And if you want it to land in the front of left pyramid, where you put the right diamond, you put the bottom arrow and you do a jump throw there too. So to start from the behind the left pyramid, what we're going to do is you're going to want to aim right here and put your right click like arrow, like the bottom of it. You'll see what I mean when I line up there. I'll zoom in, put it right there on the left side and do a jump throw. This will land behind left pyramid. And then if you look at these little things sticking out of the wall on the left side and the right side, if you look at the left side, 1, 2, right here at the top, put your bottom arrow. All right, and jump throw. This will land in between the pyramids in the back. And then in that same spot, if you put your left diamond and jump throw, it will land behind the right pyramid. Essentially, from this spot, you can clear all of you can play post plant for all of backside and all of front side. Now, this next spot is very close to the other spot, but it's much closer to site and no jump throws. It's a bit open, but assuming that someone's on site, like a 1v1, 1v2, they will not be able to see you from here. And we're going to start out from the front site. If you look right here, this little broken rafter sticking out, right? broken beam, whatever it is, if you aim your crosshair right here where it kind of meets the wall and just left click, that will land in front of the right pyramid. If you go up, just straight up to this, right? Just where it hits this line, right? Just straight up from the last one, and you right click, this will land in the middle between them. And then if you go all the way up to this corner and then left click, this will land in front of the right pyramid. Now over here on the left side for the backsite, if you look here, there's a line on the wall, and if you line up the line on the wall with this, the edge of this platform, and left click, this will land behind left pyramid. If you go up to this kind of support beam and the left corner right here, this will land in the middle back. And then if you go all the way up to these leaves and you go to where this leaf kind of meets, right, this edge, you'll kind of notice it. You throw this, this will land in the back of right pyramid. Now, these next 5 lineups are a little bit odd, but I do think that this could be a good spot to play in post plant in a very niche situation, most likely a 1v1. From right here, if you crouch, just in this corner in, what is this? Midwood doors, this hall, right? You go in this corner, you crouch. If you aim at this corner of the pyramid while crouching and left click, this will land behind the left pyramid. If you then go up to this generator thing right in the middle and then to the top of it, right? Aim there, still while crouching, this will land in the middle of behind the pyramids. And then if you go up, you see this like rafter beam where this beam thing meets this, the top of the doorway right here, still while crouching, you left click and this will land behind the right pyramid. Now, those are all for backsite. If you wanted for front sight, there's 2 lineups. The first one is you just kind of line up on this door. So you aim your crosshair right at the corner of this wall and just to the right a little bit, just to be more consistent. And then you just do a quick run throw and this will bounce off the wall and it'll go in the front of the left pyramid. And then if you sit in this corner, right, next to the door, in between that corner, this corner, and you aim right here, you see this like part of the ship kind of sticking out, this beam right here, this corner. If you do that and then do a quick run throw, it will bounce off the right pyramid, bounce off the left pyramid, and go into the middle between them. Now, these lineups will be more for preventing the plant and less about playing post plant, but of course you still can play post plant with these. If you are in, right, CT spawn is right here, you go into whatever this is called. So you come up here to the bridge and you hug the wall, and when you get a gap between this wall and this wall, make sure it's just big enough to throw a molly through. And if you look at this wear and tear on the wall, right here it starts to get really thin, and right here it kind of like gets really thin really quickly. Below this, so about here, you need to line up with this. So if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you line up with this height and you throw this, this will land in between the pyramids in the back. And if you go up to the next one in the same spot, this will bounce off the right pyramid and land in the back. Now there's one more from this spot. It's a little bit different. You poke out your head out a little bit more. And if you see here, if you poke out until you can see this jagged, almost L shape, right? You just need to barely see it. And you go up until you hit this, right? You go up until you hit this little supporting thing for the awning, just right here in this left corner. Make sure you're just off the wall and you left click, and this will land in the front sight in between the pyramids. This next lineup is a little bit more of just a convenience one. It's not for post plant or prevent plant, but if you stand back here in backsite, line yourself up at this corner of this wall, and just line up your crosshair with this line and go to the top of the box and do a jump throw, but throw at the peak of your jump. This will land almost perfectly in the middle of the doorway. It could be great to stop a push if you do not have utility already set up there, and I just thought it'd be pretty useful. These last 2 lineups are both from CT, and they both go to the middle plant, but they land in slightly different spots. The first one, you go to this barrel, right? Stand in it, you lock into the corner, right? And you aim your crosshair you see this like jagged piece that cuts out of the ship right here in this corner. You put your crosshair right here and you jump throw, and this will land in the middle plant in the front of the site, pretty deep. Then if you go just a little bit forward into this you know, metal building, if you lock into this cube right here, this box right between in this corner, you see this giant ceiling window, right? If you look, there's little rafters going across, and if you line up where this rafter and this rafter where they meet on the left side, you line up your crosshair there and you jump throw, this will land also in the middle front, but it lands a little bit farther and it's a little bit less deep. So I would say you can use these lineups depending on situation and where they tend to plant, and also kind of convenience. Maybe you think one's easier than the other. So like I said before, B site isn't going to have nearly as many lineups as A site, but that is because it's just not as good of a site for lineups. There isn't as many places to play from, and there just isn't a lot of places to throw mollies to. So to start off, we're going to be here in B main, and we're going to see this grate right here, this sewer grate. You're going to line up with 1, 2, 3, 4, this little metal rod, and you're just going to line up with it, and all 3 lineups are going to be thrown from this spot. The first lineup, what you're going to do is you're going to line up the top left corner of the box with your left and right click right here, and just throw at the peak of your jump. This is going to land in front of the big pillar, right? If you then put your left diamond right here in this little edge, right, this little mark, right, your left diamond right at the bottom of there, and do the same thing, jump and throw at the peak of your jump, that will land on the right side. And then this one's a little bit harder, but if you look up here, right, you see there's kind of, you see this one goes up, doesn't really meet another white line. If you go one over, this one does meet a white line. You're going to put your left diamond right there where those meet, and you're going to want to jump and throw at the peak of your jump as well. That one will land on the left side, encompassing pretty much anywhere that you would want to plant and play from B main. Then if we go to cannon here on the map, just outside of T spawn, right, there's a little crab trap here. You just want to lock in here. So to start, if you want it to land on the left side, what you're going to do is you're going to look here. You see this little white triangle for the bricks. It's not connected to any other little white lines, and it's just below this really thick white corner. You want to put your left diamond there, and this will land on the left side of the pillar. If you then want it to land in front of the pillar, what you're going to do is you're going to want to see this triangle, right? Go up to the right, and right here, right at the edge, you want to put your right diamond and jump throw. This will land in the front of the pillar, preventing, you know, from defusing. And then for the right of the pillar, what you're going to do is you're going to see this wire and see this kind of, I don't know what to call this little stone thing sticking up right here where this meets kind of this general area, right? You want to put your left diamond right there and jump throw. This will land on the right side of the pillar. Altogether, these again will encompass everywhere that you would want to plant on the attack side and play from this spot. The last lineups are from B elbow here and kind of in mid. This is not going to be a common spot you play for lineups, but assuming you know where the enemies are and they are most likely on site or in their CT spawn, then you can play from here on top of these barrels. The other 3 lineups are from here. Now for the first lineup, if you want to land on the right side of the pillar, you just want to look right here. There's 3 bricks, 1, 2, 3. Right here where they all meet, you want to put your bottom arrow and just left click, no jump. If you want it to land in front of the pillar, then you have to look at these kind of how they step. This one right here, you want to put your left diamond right there and just left click again. And then for the last one on the left side, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at this arch. You're going to see these cables, right? And then just to the left of the cables, there's these 2 bricks, right? Where they meet, this line meets the arch. You're going to want to put the top of the middle line, left and right click kind of, indicators right between the left and right diamond, and just left click. This will land on the left side of the pillar. And again, encompasses anywhere that you would want to plant. Now for the final line of this spot, I was not going to include this originally. Since I want to be all encompassing, even though I do not think it is a good idea to plant on the backside, if you are playing from B elbow / mid, you can plant it there and play from tunnel. So because of that, I will include a lineup for back here. What you're going to do is you just want to look again at this cable. And if you see right here, the first brick, right, where these 2 meet and this meets the arch, you just want to put in between the line, in between the left diamond and the right diamond, you're going to put it right there, and left click, no jump, and that will land right side from tunnel, but backside of the pillar from B main. And between these four, you should be able to plant pretty much anywhere around this pillar and play post plant from elbow/tunnel. With that last lineup out of the way, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed or found it useful, I would very much appreciate it if you liked and subscribed, since this video took a lot of effort to make. On top of that, if you want to see these lineups used in Immortal Plus games, I am consistently live over at twitch.tv/KrazzieFR. And finally, I'll be linking my lineup videos for Split, Icebox, Haven, and Bind down below if you want to see more lineups. Thanks for watching, and good luck in your games.